In today's video, I'm going to give you 3 combinations that are really effective and actually realistic to land on your opponent. And if you stay till the end of the video, I'm going to tell you what you should do after you land any of these combinations. Okay, so the first combination is the 1-2. This is the jab and the cross put together in the same combination. This is a really effective combination. You'll see lots of knockouts with the 1-2. But the great thing is, it isn't too difficult to land on your opponent. So the reason it works so well is, firstly, when you throw the jab, this is like a measuring tool, okay? So if I know I've landed my jab, I know for sure that this right hand is in range. So I know that if I land that jab, if I throw that right hand, I'm going to be at the correct distance and that punch isn't going to fall short. The other reason it works is because the jab can be a great blinding tool. So if I throw that jab and it's essentially covering up their eyes, they can't see what's happening for that split second when I launch my right hand, and it's going to give them less chance of defending it because of that split second where they couldn't see. And then also, if you actually land the jab properly and you pop their head back a little bit, again, they don't see for a second, and that's a perfect time to throw the right hand, especially when their chin's a little bit exposed and it hasn't become fully tucked yet. If you throw that jab, hit it well, and throw the right hand, that's going to be a really clean shot, and you may even get a knockout with that. So here is what the 1-2 should look like. So if you're a beginner, I'd really recommend that you spend a lot of time working on your 1-2. Practice your technique on the pads in the bag, but then also practice your timing in the sparring by throwing it a lot in the sparring, and just over time getting that feel for it and knowing when to throw it. Okay, the second combination is actually a personal favourite of mine. It's the double left hook, or if you're southpaw, it'll be your double right hook. So with the double left hook, you're normally mixing between the body and the head target. So for example, you might go hook to the head, hook to the body, or you might go hook to the body, hook to the head. Normally I like to go fairly light on the first punch and then powerful on the second one. So the idea is you're trying to make them defend that light one, expose themselves for the heavy one, and then throw that shot. So just to see what that might look like on the bag. So I might throw that light left hook to the head, boom, and then I'm gonna slip over to the side, boom, and hit that heavy body shot from there, okay? So it's this, 1, 2. Or I could go the other way, I could go to the body first, fairly light, and then go heavy over to the head. So it might be here, I'll come over, I'll tap the body, boom, and then over hard to the head, boom, boom. You can also double up to the same target, so I could go head, head, or body, body, and this is gonna work really well if you've already thrown this combination a few times and you've gone from the head to the body, or vice versa, and you just wanna mix it up now and surprise your opponent. So I can go like this, head, head, or body, body. And it's really important you make sure you switch up your routines in the fight. You don't want to keep doing the same things. You wouldn't want to keep going head, body every single time you throw it. You want to sometimes go body to the head, sometimes double up when you got used to that. And you never want to get predictable in boxing. You always want to keep changing it up. This is one of my favorite combinations because, one, I love the left hook. It's a powerful shot. And again, it's one of them punches that isn't too difficult to land in a fight. As well, this combination can be really good off slipping the opponent's right hand. So if your opponent throws a right hand and you slip, I'm in the perfect position now to start throwing that double hook, and they're also undefended because they've just left that right arm out. So this is another combination worth spending a good amount of time on. It's really effective and powerful, and again, realistic to land. Okay, so the final combination is an inside combination. It's the uppercut left hook. So this works really well because you're nice and close on the inside, and then from here, you're throwing a short uppercut and then a short lead hook after it. The reason it works really well is because that uppercut is going to bring their chin up, exposing them for a really big left hook now, straight on the jaw. But remember to keep it really short, so that uppercut's super tight to your body, and that left hook's super tight as well. So on the bag, it will look something like this. So I'm nice and tight, boom, boom. So this combination just flows really well. As well, that uppercut can be hard to see coming sometimes on the inside. If it's nice and short, it never really goes into your opponent's eye line, so it just comes up from here, and you're gonna get hit with that shot before you ever see it coming. And then once their head's up there, the left hook just a devastating finisher. Also, a really good time to throw this combination is if you're on the inside and they're throwing a left hook to the body on you, and you've managed to defend that. So say I'm here, they're throwing that left hook to the body, I've caught it here. From here is the perfect time to throw it. So I catch the shot, and then I come straight up with the uppercut, and then finish off with that left hook. So if you think about it, if they're throwing a left hook, they're here, they're already leant a bit down, the guard isn't there, and the uppercut's gonna come straight up this line here, okay? So I block, shoot, shoot, okay? So that's the third combination, the uppercut left hook, or if you're southpaw, it'll be the opposite. It'll be your left uppercut, right hook. Okay, so I spoke about in the intro about what we should do after we land any of these combinations. And this actually applies to any combination. And that is to move off the center line. So the idea of moving off the center line is, if you imagine I've landed a combination on an opponent, they're probably going to throw something back now, yeah? So when people get hit, they're normally going to hit back. So if we imagine, say I throw the 1-2, if I throw the 1-2, I finish throwing my 1-2 and I just come straight back to here and stay here, they're really likely just to throw a punch back right where I'm standing. So moving off the center line, it just means I move my head from where it was when I ended my combination, okay? So now if I throw the 1-2, I could step off to a side, I could throw the 1-2 and pivot off, I could throw the 1-2 and roll, I could throw the 1-2 and step back. So these are all ways of moving off the center line and just decreasing the odds that their punch that they throw back is going to land. It's not perfect, and sometimes you might move in a spot that's going to leave you open to the punch they're throwing still, but you're way less likely to get hit moving off the line any direction than standing where you were, where it's nearly 100% you're going to get hit. There might be times where you won't move off the center line after a combination. It's not something you have to do every single time, but as a rule, it's something that you should do the majority of the time. So I'm just going to give you a few examples of how we can move off the center line after the 3 combinations I've showed you so far. 1-2, I'd recommend to roll out. So you could go 1-2, roll and step to a side. The double left hook, I'd probably pivot out of. So I'd go body, head, and pivot on that last shot. For the uppercut left hook, I'd probably do a nice, simple, fast movement because everything's got to be short and quick on the inside. So I'd probably go uppercut, left hook, and literally just bend my legs, drop down, okay? And that means if they try and throw a headshot after that combination, I'm gonna get under it, okay? So this one's here, uppercut, left hook, drop. So not only is moving off the center line after a combination great defensively, it can also lead into some great two-phase attacks. So a two-phase attack is where I might throw a combination, move off out the way of a shot, and then attack again. So with that last example of the uppercut left hook, let's imagine I throw that uppercut left hook, and as I dip, they happen to throw a left hook, so I've happened to get under it. For me to now do a two-phase attack, I would come back up and maybe throw another couple of shots as a counter, and that could be a really great combo. So moving off the center line is a bit of a proactive defense. It's not like I've seen that left hook coming and I'm dipping. It's like I was gonna dip anyway, okay? And that's why it works really well. It might seem like I've got super good reactions, but actually it's all planned in that I was gonna move off anyway, and it's just increased my odds of not getting hit because I weren't on the center line. Okay, so I hope this has helped. Make sure to like and subscribe if you're enjoying this content. Thank you for watching.